G'day and welcome to the box seat. I'm Pete Anthonus. It's good to be here to preview 8 races from Belmont Park this Wednesday. A quick look at the forecast. They're expecting showers and 17 degrees, and with that in mind, I'm expecting a soft 7 track and the rails out in the 21 metre position with a cutaway. Race 1 at Belmont jumps at 12:39. It's the free entry to Belmont Park Maiden over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of first starter, Return to Oz.
And racing up behind those, Return to Oz gets right up behind the leader and works into the clear and starts to get home nicely. Leader Sky Pilot. Main Danger looks to be Return to Oz the outside. Imperial Palace continues to run on down the centre of the track with Tunis. They're fighting out the minors with Kenny the King. Race in 2. Sky Pilot on the outside. Return to Oz. Return to Oz goes home the better. Return to Oz beats Sky.
Return to Oz has had 3 trials so far this preparation, but I've really enjoyed the way in the last 2 of those it's been given a bunny to chase. Really attacked the line well, lengthened through the line, then been strong past the post. So from gate 3, seems to draw ideally for this event. I'm expecting a forward showing here. The second pick is the 8, which is Hidden Planet. It's been ridden with intent the last couple of trials, and with Chloe as the party on from the wide barrier, I'm expecting the same thing here. It did respond well there in the most recent trial when under riding, and I think the 1,000 metres looks suitable. Third pick is the 3, which is Yardman. It's a Zoo Star colt, and I'm expecting if there is plenty of rain before that event, it should be able to handle the wet. It has seemed a little bit one pace so far, but I'm expecting it's a horse that will need a high tempo to really show its best. Same can be said for the 10 Real Beauty. It's just been a little bit one paced in both of those most recent trials, but it is well bred. Again, I'm expecting if there is a fast tempo, it may well be suited. On top in race 1 is 4 Return to Oz from 8 Hidden Planet, 3 Yardman and 10 Real Beauty. Race 2 at Belmont jumps at 1:14. It's the Tab Touch Betty or Bet Maiden over 1,200 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of the 10 Amelia's Contraire.
Into the straight, and Amelia's Contrary leads the way, moving up on the outside in second place. Why So Easy probing for a run the inside there as they come down the straight was Melody Secret. Our wider on the track and winding up is Red Dirt Boy. Agent J's off the track. Run comes for Melody Secret if good enough. Leader still travelling well though. Amelia's Contrary's in front, and Brad Parnham hasn't moved. It's going on now to win, or looks like it's going to win. It'll hold off Melody Secret.
We saw in that most recent trial, the key difference was that Amelia's Contraire got the blinkers on, and it retains them here for the first time in a race day. It draws ideally from gate 2. I'm expecting they'll ride this horse with a fair bit of intent from gate 2, try and control the speed. We saw in that most recent trial it was well held for most of it, so I'm expecting a forward showing here from Amelia's Contraire. Second pick is a 9 My Fair Ballantine. It comes into this race with the best last start figure. It was restrained a little bit early, but it did finish off well down the outside, and I'm expecting from gate 6 can possibly just settle that a little bit closer towards the speed. Third pick is a 3, which is Jarman. It's had 2 trials for the Still Casey camp. In both of those, it's been restrained back towards near last, and then just been allowed to use that sharp turn of foot late to attack the line. I think the 1,200 metres will just be on its limit at this stage, but nonetheless it should be running on strong. Fourth pick is the 8 in Eurasia. We jumped awkwardly from gate 1, ended up 3 back the fence and just got a bit into a pocketed position there rounding the turn. I think if it can begin that little bit cleaner from gate 3, again, it can just settle into a more favourable position. On top in race 2 is 10 Amelia's Contraire from 9 My Fair Ballantine, 3 Jarman and 8 Eurasia. Race 3 at Belmont jumps at 1:49. It's the Privé Fashion Platform Handicap over 2,200 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Black Russian, last seen at Belmont.
Beauty, they're at the top of the home straight. Uncle Lino joined by Eldelar. Eldelar reaches the lead, 300 to go. Now the charge comes from Here Comes Lenny. Here Comes Lenny surging at the 200 mark, races up, grabs them quickly. Black Russian battling away, so's Magic Las Vegas, but Here Comes Lenny drifting out towards the middle of the track, but running away from them. Here Comes Lenny scored by nearly 3. Magic Las Vegas.
Black Russian was ridden with intent there, and what was just an even speed up front, 1 out 1 back looked ideal for the horse. It peeled wide, just copped a little bit of a bump from the winner, Here Comes Lenny, but it was still good going through the line. It was the first time that Black Russian had raced over that 2,000 metre trip, and stepping up that little bit further doesn't look too much of an obstacle in a race that does seem to lack speed up front. Second pick is a 3, which is Picture Perfect. It equipped itself well there last start over the same distance. It has the best last start figure. It'll probably just be that little bit further back in the run, so the small field does look suitable for the horse, and it certainly has claims here over this distance range. Third pick is the 2, Uncle Lino. It jumped well, was ridden with intent to lead, just an even speed there. It was claimed at the top of the straight and slowly faded, but again, it does have claims here if it's able to just get a little bit of a cheaper time out in front. Fourth pick is the 4, Beat the Bell, who has a good last start figure, but has to be a genuine query over the distance, stepping up from 1600 to 22. But if they do go particularly slow in front, it does have arguably the best turn of foot in this field. On top in race 3 is 1, Black Russian from 3, Picture Perfect, 2, Uncle Lino, and 4, Beat the Bell. Race 4 at Belmont jumps at 2:24. It's the Ascot Racing Carnival Handicap over 2,200 metres. And for our horse and focus, we'll have a look at the most recent performance of the 2, Sugarcane, last seen at Northam.
Middle Earth, Navy Blue, Western Star have come together at the cutaway. At the 400 mark, Diplomat Express joins in now, makes a line of 3 as Pike releases the brakes on Sugarcane. And as they come to the 250, Sugarcane dashes up to join Diplomat Express. Western Star sticks with them though. Further back, Blue Tracer at the 100 mark. It's Sugarcane, Diplomat Express, Western Star. Western Star rally. Sugarcane's the widest of them. They went to it.
Sugarcane's coming out of a particularly slowly run race. I think the clue there was the horse actually settled midfield, 3 pairs back, 1 off the fence, and for a horse that does typically float right out towards the back, it was just an indication that there was not too much speed in that event at all. I thought the horse was still really good, picking up there in the straight and just getting the bob in on the line. Again, this race doesn't look like there's too much speed up front, and over this distance range, the horse does have the best turn of foot. Second pick is the 9 in San Crispino. It's finally come good, this preparation. Just seemed to take a while to build its fitness, but now that it is fully fit, it does seem to be racing in consistent form. The last 2 starts, it's produced a good overall figure. Gate 10's a little bit sticky, but it will be able to press forward and settle in the first couple of runners here. Third pick is the 5, a bit sketchy. Again, just maybe a small query with this horse stepping up 600 extra metres in distance, but it was restrained there early in their most recent start and ran on okay there down the straight from a position that was just way too far back in the field. It was good past the post as well. Fourth pick is the 1, Friar Away, who didn't have too much luck there last start with the tired horse falling back into its lap. It had to go wide on the turn and just seemed to lose that bit of momentum, but was finishing off that race okay. On top in race 4 is 2, Sugarcane from 9, San Crispino, 5, a bit sketchy, and 1, Friar Away.